between these blue cones on the right and pull us to a stop. Now what I normally do here, I normally do 2 runs here. We'll do one run at low speed and one run at high speed. The first run we're going to do at low speed, 40 miles an hour. When you get to those cones up there, that's where I want to get you on the brakes, like an emergency stop. So you're going to pull the car to a stop as quickly as you can, down to 0, and then we'll look to see how far we've come by using the blue and white blocks as a reference point. Then we'll come down and repeat it, but full power all the way to the cones, hitting the brakes at the same point, but have an appreciation on that second run for how much longer it's going to take you to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for the time being, we're going to do 40 miles an hour. So squeeze it to 40 miles an hour, hold 40 up to the cones, and then we'll do an emergency stop. So keep it building. As soon as you get to 40, hold it at 40, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, stop. So ABS coming in there. Did you feel your belt tightening as well? That's because the ABS kicked in, so the car's trying to sort of keep us safe if the worst was to happen. Notice we're just before that 30 sign.
Okay, yep.
So we'll use that as a mental reference.
Right.
Next time round we're going to go full power all the way to the cones and then do the same sort of stop.
Right.
Okay, so this time we're going to accelerate all the way to the cones, and just be aware this time you're going to be on the power when you need to go for the brakes. Avoid slipping off the side of the accelerator because you can end up behind that brake pedal. Okay. But if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go, full power. So traction might come in here, probably will. Keep coming on the cones, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, brake off. All the way to a stop. So our speed that time, we hit 69 miles an hour on the dash there. So haven't doubled the speed from 40 to 70. If you look over your shoulder, we've more than doubled our braking distance. So while we're doing this activity, appreciate how much control you've got over the direction. It's actually scarily calm as the car changes direction. But the key with this one, Dave, is we need to punch those brakes on very hard like we did in the first 2 runs to enable the ABS to engage, and then we're going to swerve into lane 2. So pretty much on the 4th disc on the floor, I'm going to say brake hard, brake and swerve down to a stop. If you're ready, 40 miles an hour is what we're going to go for. We're going to go first. We're going to go first, yeah. Okay, I'm good to go when you are. Squeeze it through, keep squeezing to 40. Be ready for the brakes, but keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, brake hard. Good. So without the ABS there, nothing would happen at all. The car would have just ploughed straight in. If we wanted the car to turn, we'd have had to come off the brakes and back on the brakes, but that goes against every bone in most people's bodies because we're trying to panic and slow the car down as quickly as we can.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm used to the track there, and the key with this is being progressive on all of the controls. The minute you force the car to do anything, it's going to not react. And you'll see what I mean when we get onto the wet circle. The minute you force anything on the wet circle, it just gives up the ghost with the grip. Same sort of thing happens on the track. Even though we've got a bit more grip, the car will still behave the same way if we go quick enough. So use the width here. By staying to the left here, can you see how you can see the rest of the corner there? Gently blend the power in. Now we're still in comfort setting at the moment. If I flick us to Sport Plus, you should notice the revs come up now. Back onto the brakes before the red cone, off the brakes, turning into the right. Notice how the revs are now high. So that's because we've flicked over to Sport Plus. Also going to turn us onto the hardest suspension setting. So these are the dampers now, have all been beefed up, so you should notice a bit less body roll than before.
Yeah, you don't notice it. It's quite noticeable.
But what the car's also done now is changed the throttle map of the car. So now for a small squeeze on the throttle, you're going to get quite a big output from the engine.
Right.
I can see the hands there where you're crossing your arms over. It's a good thing to do on the track. It connects your mind more to the front end. Tiny bit of power in the corner. Bring it maybe to half power here. Point the nose in, 3/4 powers. Full power on the exit. Come back to my white line. We're going to stay on my white line. Firm on the pedal. Keep braking and off the brake. Rolling tiny bit. So coming in a bit quick there. Feel how the understeer starts. Now what happens when we're on the wet circle is when that happens, the understeer happens, the temptation is to steer more and more and more. All you'd actually be doing is increasing the problem, increasing the understeer. How does the car feel to drive behind the wheel?
Yeah, it feels nice. Much better than the back seat.
Yes, you can fly around sometimes in the back seat. So let's think about our racing line. We're going to try and minimise the actual radius of the corner. So breaking up the orange outside to the inside, and then back to the outside. Good, half power, 3/4 power inside, back to the outside, full power. Same again up here, keep coming to the board, and then hard on the brakes, keep braking, down 1, turn her in, tiny bit of power. That was better. Left hand side brake again. Tight to the inside white line. Try and hug that white line all the way through and stay to your side, ready for the next corner. It's good. Just waiting for the power. Gently on it now. So with all these traction controls in the car, if you do get on the power too early, the actual car is going to understeer now rather than kick the back end out.
Yeah, right in.
Just hugging your inside line, trying to see how far the corner goes. Bit of power between the corners. Back on the anchors before the red cone. Was John talking to you about the red cones, the turn-in points?
You did mention them, yeah.
Some of them are in funny positions, but it's like a rough guide to get you turning in at the right sort of point. So let the red off the brake and put the steering in at the same time. So all the time you're coming off one control, you're going to start on another control. Brake, turn, power, brake, turn, power. So you're never doing two at the same time. The minute you try and power and turn or brake and turn,
Yeah, unbalanced.
you got it. That's what it's all about, is the balance of the car. So holding the dotted line on the left, brake on. Now stay to your white line for longer than you think here. Now come into the left. Can you see how the left is now more open?
Yeah,
We can now go on the
yeah,
power a bit earlier. But what that means, if you're on the roads, you can see further around the corner. So you can see anything that possibly might be coming your way. It's a technique that motorcyclists use quite often to get themselves seen on the roads. That's good. Off brakes, on steering. Good. And just hugging this white line here. Say that red cone, I'd ignore that red one there.
Right.
Just stay with your side, straight into my side. Just about 10% throttle, 20% throttle, 30, 40, 50. Off the power, roll through, 10% throttle, 20, 40, full power, back on the brakes. Your side, about 10% in the corner, holding 10% still, 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60, bit of power, brake on again. In the corner, back to that 10%, 50% my side, 75%, bring it in, all in now, all in. And again, back on the anchors to take the speed away, off the brakes, turning in. So if you had left the braking too late there and you end up braking into the corner itself,
Yep.
you see how you're just using double the front tyres, you know, you're sort of asking too much of the front tyres, which is why as you come off one control, you only start on a new control every time you come off the old one. If we do one more lap around here, then we'll go and do some wet grip stuff.
Sure. How you going in the back, Roland?
Good. Just reading the branches.
Chapter 1, Chapter 2.
What's that bumping noise you can hear through the tyres?
What that is rubber pickup. So
Right, okay.
you look to the right and left, and you see these stray bits of rubber,
That's pretty
and when it
marvellous.
sticks to the tyre, it sort of sticks on the tyre, and you hear this you can probably feel it through the wheel. If you can feel it in the wheel, it's one of the front tyres. If you can't, it's one of the rear tyres.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah. So, this one.
Yeah, so just hug your white line even now to keep the speed the same and just change direction. And this last right hand, I'm going to ease off the power and roll through it, but we're going to come off left here anyway. We come off left, and then when we get to the main junction on the access road, we'll take another left. And the reason we've got this is to show us how long it takes us to stop in low grip conditions. So what I want to get you to do, Dave, is 40 miles an hour. When we get to those two blue cones, emergency stop, and see how long. I have appreciation for how long it takes you to stop. As I said, this mirror is driving in ice and snow, so 40 miles an hour is actually too quick for the conditions. So while we've got this sort of test environment, we can just see exactly how long it takes us to stop from this sort of speed. I want to flick us back into comfort setting for this one, only because the Sport Plus gives us blips on the downshift and can sometimes unsettle the back end while we're braking. But if you're ready, you're going to do 40 miles an hour in a straight line. All our windows are closed. Yes, we're ready to go, ready to go. Always got to make sure. So squeeze it through to 40, and then we're going to do an emergency stop at the two blue cones. So keep it coming at 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and ready to stop. Just stay on the brakes, stay on the brakes, stay on the brakes. Turn the pages, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So if you look over your left shoulder now, we hit the brakes at those blue cones, and 40 miles an hour, it's taken us the good part of sort of 70 or 80 yards to bring it to a stop.
That's amazing.
But what we're going to do now is we're going to turn all the systems off. So we've looked at understeer already. That's the front tyres losing their grip.
Yep.
Either too fast for the corner or forcing the car. The car's going to understeer. Let's see what happens if we force the car to accelerate now. Go for the gas.
That's quick.
You did the right thing, Dave. You turned into the skid, but in these low grip conditions, the car's gone before you can even get a chance to sort of get your breath. The car is pointing the way you've just been coming.
Yeah.
So tiny bit of power only to get up to initial momentum speed, and this time hold this speed now.
Okay.
All I want to get you to do, Dave, is blip the throttle. So it's going to go in a bit on and off. Good.
Okay.
Try it again. On, off. On a bit longer. Off. Catch left. Not too bad. You were closer to catching it that time the first time. But all we've got to do, the minute the back end slides out, as long as you lifted back off the power and turned into the skid,
Yep.
the car will slowly come back in line at the back end.
Okay.
Now let's get an initial bit of momentum. If you go too slowly, it's not worth doing. This speed's good.
Okay.
Okay with the throttle? On, off. Catch left, 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 more left. More left. So that time there, almost caught it.
Yep.
Tight around to the right again. So when you've run out of opposite lock and the car is still increasing its angle,
Yeah,
you've got
alright.
nothing to do but to lift off and just hope it comes back to you. It's happened to me quite a few times on passenger rides. Same again with the power. On, off, catch left. Good. And again, on, bit longer on the power. Off, catch more left. Good, straight. So sometimes you do need to take one arm away from the wheel to actually get the lock enough to stop the car from going into spin.
Yep.
And again, on, off, catch more left. Good, straighten. So the bigger the angle the car gets to, the more opposite lock we need. The trick now is to try and keep the car at an angle all the way round. So you're kind of feathering the throttle, steering the car with the power, always on opposite lock.
Yep.
But you've got to remember, you're also driving around a right-handed bend.
Yeah.
So when you do have the back end out and everything's stable, you've got to remember to still change direction and have the car coming around.
Okay.
So let's try with a bit of power now. Ready? On the power, off the power, catch it. Now that time there, power wasn't too bad, but we need to lift fully off the power to get the car to stabilise and then reintroduce a tiny bit of power to keep the car at the drift.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you did the right sort of thing, you're almost there,
Yep.
but you just got to come off the power to let the car stabilise.
Okay.
Let's get an initial bit of momentum to begin with. This speed's about good. Ready? On the power, off the power. On, off, catch left, more a bit of power, a tiny bit now. Off, on. Good. Remember to steer around the corner. Off. So that time there, just had a tiny bit too much at the wrong time. Again, we'll come out right. Because we are the only ones on the circle, we do have the option to go the other way if we fancy it.
Okay,
So if ever you fancy coming the other way, so that everything's in reverse, you know, you're turning left but catching right, we can try that as well.
Try one more this way. If
Yeah.
that's all right.
Initial bit of momentum first, get an initial bit of speed up. This speed's good. Ready? Power. Off the power, catch more, bit of power now, tiny bit now. Remember to stay on the corner.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Catch it quick. Good. Bit of power now. It's okay. On again. Bit more. Just keep it on but a tiny bit too much, tiny bit longer. That's good. Off the back, catch more. Off the power, on the power now. Gently right. Off the power, off the power. You were so close to keeping that. Let's try the other way. Let's try the other way. Make it look like we were just turning around.
Yeah, I use one of mine.
That's it. You got to do that. You got to do it. You got to do it.
Now's a good time.
Yeah. So now as everything's in reverse, so you're going to be steering right to counter steer it. Catch right. Again, just a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Again. So an initial bit of momentum to begin with, and now on the power. Bit more. Just keep it held off the power. Catch right. Bit of power now. More right. Good. Caught it nicely. So try and keep us in between these white lines, right in the middle of them, and catch a bit of power. Time it now. Catch more right. Bit of power. Not too bad. And again, ready, on, catch. Just need to be a bit quicker in this area. It's just a case, not really trying to be quick, trying to be urgent with the power. So when the back end slides round, you're trying to chase the car and catch it, but when you've caught up with it, it stabilises. You can go too far and overcorrect. Yeah. Spin it around, that's it. Okay, gently get an initial bit of momentum up. Ready with the power now, blip. On. Bit more. Off, catch right. Too much. With the power, that is too much power there. Tight left. So the other thing you've got to try and do with your head is track where those front wheels are pointing.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
though we're
trying to.
steering, it's a case just trying to track where they go.
I think where they're going.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Power. Off the power, catch right bit of power now. Keep it coming with the power, keep it coming. Good, off power, off more right. Just didn't hold it, just didn't hold it. Round to the left, round to the left. So all we did there, again, just a bit lazy to get that steering in.
Yeah.
Initial bit of momentum, get an initial, we're already steering left, we're already in a left-hander anyway, so you don't need about that much. Good, catch it, bit of power now, bit of power, bit of power, bit of power. Okay, back end still loose. Catch, catch, catch. Now we've got loads of oversteer that time because we went in understeer and then it went into oversteer. So you always get an extra bag of oversteer if you kind of power through the understeer. Okay, initial bit of momentum, initial bit of momentum. This speed's good. Okay, on, catch, bit of power now. Good, off, 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 off. Just got to quicken up our steering, quicken up our steering. We're being just a bit lazy with the steering and just following it, but not quite quick enough.
Same with the control stick in the aeroplane.
Are you guys pilots?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. On the power. Keep the power, keep the power, keep the power. Catch, 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 catch. Tiny bit of power now. Steer it gently left, bit of power still. Catch it, bit of power still. Keep it coming with power, bit of power, bit of power, bit of power. Good, keep it coming. Tiny bit of power only. Right, off the power, on the power. Left a bit. Keep it coming with a bit of power, tiny bit of power. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Good, 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 keep it coming. Good, good, good. Getting quite side, off the power, on the power. Left a bit. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Good, keep it coming. When the angle gets too big, ease off, back on it. Steer it round the corner, keep the tiny bit of power through. Good, catch a bit of power now, keep coming. Gently left, steer it around the corner. Good. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Well caught, well caught. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it. Steer it again, bit of power. Good. I'm going to reins over to you now, reins over to you. Good, good. Almost wrist gripping the back end up there, but you realised and give it a bit more power and kept it going. That was good, that was good. Try it again. Just going to hold it, just going to hold it. I'm going to go around one more time, catch it. It's okay, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep it spinning, keep those rear wheels spinning, keep them 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 spinning. Good, keep it coming, keep it coming. Just a bit too much, just a bit too much. Well, we wanted to go this way anyway, didn't we?
Lovely.
Now if I turn the traction back on again, now see what happens. Drive it like a footballer. Hard to hit the floor.
Nothing.
See how the car just kills it.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing, the electronics.
So it's like a nuclear weapon under the bonnet and just a bit of soft